So I got married in July 2014, and for the first year of my marriage, my husband lived at his and I lived at mine. He proper refused to move to my area and I refused to move to his. And then after it was like 9 months into the marriage, we was like, listen, this can't really run. Like, this is a bit long, I'm not gonna lie. So then the deciding factor as to whether I was gonna move to his end or he was gonna move to my end was that he wanted to apply for a new job anyway. So I was like, right, apply for one in your bits, one in my bits, and then boom, whatever one you get is the one where we determine where we live. Anyway, we're in my ends. Just make that clear, yeah? We are in my ends. Another factor was that if you move to my area, we'll just stay at my mum's because then we can save money and X, Y, and Z. It just makes more sense. It was just two of us. There was more than enough space. My room was huge. So it was like let's do this. So I understand why he didn't really want to move to my area, because if my thing was like, let's just stay at my house rather than private renting, because private renting is expensive and we could just spend literally a quarter of that by just staying at my mum's and like paying our way there. So blah, blah, blah. It's been a year into our marriage. We now live together. And then a year after that is when I had my first child. So at that point is when we decided, this is in 2016, right? We decided, you know what, let's put ourselves on the council list and then just like wait to be housed. Because even that would be so much more cheaper than private renting. We gave ourselves we was like, let's just wait up to 2 years, And then after that, we're going to just find our own place, because after that, it would just be a bit long. Like, there's 3 of us now. I ended up having my second child when Rakea was a year and 11 months. So after I had my second, I was like, oh, do you know what? Let's just put 6 months on it. Like, as in, we'll just wait for 6 months. And then if we're not housed in 6 months, after we do our change of circumstance, when we submit our change of circumstance form to the council, then we'll just private rent. Within that 6 months, my mum became unwell. And I've got 6 brothers, no sisters. And it was at that point where I was like, do you know what? I'm needed here, because where my mum isn't well and she literally was like having seizures and it was like really bad. I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to have to stay here. Me and my husband were like, yeah, let's just stay longer. We'll just see how long it takes for us to get housed and stuff. And we'll just be a little bit more patient. That was the first time ever, I swear to you now, that I had to actually exercise real life sincere patience. Fast forward the following year, 2019, I had my third child. And it was at this point where I was like, do you know what? Not gonna lie, we need to get out of here, because there's literally loads of us. So we moved from one of the bedroom that I used to grow up in, and then we moved to another bedroom, which is even bigger than that bedroom. As you guys probably know, I lost my grandmother during labour, and that was with my last pregnancy. And so for the first few months, I really wasn't in that mindset or mind frame to even think about housing. I was just kind of like going through it. My mum was a lot better, but then there was other things that were playing on my mind as to the reason why I felt like I still needed to stay. But anyway, I'll proceed to the next. We're about to run out of time, so like for part 2.